Hello, how are you? How's your day? How's your week? How's everything? How is when you take away all the hustle, all the bustle, all the interactions you have in a day, and work, take away everything else. How are you really? I I hope you're fine. I hope you're filled with joy. I hope you're filled with fulfillment. I hope that you are filled with the energy and the right attitude to keep going and keep moving towards what you have planned out for your the short foreseeable future. And I really hope that the plans that you have for this week are going on great for you. And I wish you all the best. It's Wednesday again. Yeah, you might be wondering why I'm wishing you all these right in the middle of the week. But for me, my weeks start on Wednesday and they end on, I really have no idea when my weeks end. But I know they start on Wednesdays. If you are here during the last episode, thank you so much for tuning in again. And if you're new here, welcome to the tribe. And yeah, I love you all so much. It really means a lot to me to know that you're here listening to this. It's, as I said before, it's something that I'd been planning on doing for a long time, and seeing you here again and seeing you here for the first time, it's really special. If you're new here, my name is Ibalai, and you're listening to the Priming. On my end, my week has been absolutely crazy. Since the last time we spoke, a lot has happened. I Can you believe it's been only 7 days? Wow, it feels like it's been a month or so. I've had a lot of moments in this week. I like to call them moments. Yeah, the highs and the lows, they're all moments. I've had lots and lots of them. I wish I could tell you all about it, but we say we're going to keep this episode short, right? Yeah, but I've really had a really crazy week. I think my weeks keep getting crazy and crazy as time goes. I don't understand. Is this what life is? Like, slow down a bit. I mean, yeah, since we talked last time, I've met like really amazing people in the past 7 days. People who've changed my perspective on not just art, but life in general. I really enjoy meeting new people because you get a chance to look at life from a very different perspective, from an angle that you've never really thought about. I think it's really interesting how we all exist in the same physical world, but we actually do exist in alternate universes. We say alternate universes, I mean like the universe that you create for yourself in your mind. It's so different from someone that you know, someone who doesn't know you, or say maybe even someone that you've been with for very many years. Like if you have twins who've actually gone through the very exact similar experiences throughout their lives, they still exist in very different universes, because in your mind you're all alone. You perceive the world alone, and you get to make your own perceptions by yourself. You get to understand the world by yourself. You might be influenced by the people around you or the things around you, but you still get to make that ultimate understanding, that you get to draw the ultimate picture in your head on your own. So it's very interesting to kind of get a glimpse of such from the people you meet. These incidences of meeting new people have actually kind of inspired a new body of work that I'm working on. I call the project To Be Royalty. Because in your head, like we've said, you're like the you're the king, you're the queen of the world that exists inside your mind. So you get to make the ultimate decisions that influence that world. You get to make the rules. You get to make systems that work for you. I don't think a lot of people realize this. I don't think a lot of people realize their royalty in the aspect that they are the grand rulers of their own world. They're the final word in that world. In this project, I'm just trying to show the things that make me, myself, feel like royalty and why other people should also feel so. You really are a king, you really are a queen of your world. The sooner you realize this, the sooner your kingdom will be filled with, what's the word? Individualism. Like, you get to be your true self. You get to be really you without trying to fulfill some expectations that might be imposed on you by society, maybe imposed on you by the world around you. Yeah, I'm not encouraging you to be a rebel, but if you want to be, then if that's what you really want to be, then go ahead. But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you've got to get in touch with with the true self. You've got to get in touch with you so that you can actually live the life that's meant for you. I don't know if you believe in fate or destiny. What's the difference? And the little that I understand on the two, fate is an ultimate destination that you get to. Destiny is an ultimate destination that's meant for you. I've never really gotten to pick between the two because I have a different theory on these. Whether you call it fate or you call it destiny, which one should you use? Let's call it destiny. I believe that your destiny keeps shifting. It's got a real talent. It's a shapeshifter. So it's influenced by every single thing that you do. Say for instance, if your destiny was to be I don't want to use an actual example, but if say you wake up tomorrow early in the morning, you decide to go out and get something. Say go get bread. The things you interact with on your path changes the shape of your destiny for at the end of that day. The time you spend at the shop, the time you spend coming back, the small decisions that you make along the way, whether to cross the road at this point or the other point, all that, they come in and change the shape of your destiny. That's what I believe in, and I believe in believe that you can you're actually your life is like some piece of ceramic, and you actually get to shape it. As much as you might come across some constraints that would dictate how you shape it, but you actually have that freedom to shape it in some sort of way. What is life? I like to think of it as an art. You create emotions, you create relationships, you create experiences, you create memories, you create every sort of thing. Like, life is an actual art that you can actually master the art of living. If you look through the history of humankind, through civilization, it's our self-centeredness that has actually let us make progress in technology, progress in literature, in art, but also it's the same that has led us to making the kind of decisions and actions that have led us to where we are right now. When you look at cases like climate change, actually, this week I had a talk with a beautiful group of people in JCOT called ISEC. Big shout out to them, really amazing people. So we had really lengthy conversation on art for a purpose, and one of the topics that we dived into was climate change. What do you think of climate change? Do you think it's real? Do you think it's some fabricated story to manipulators, like we believe we've always been manipulated? Do you believe in climate change? There's actually a lot of information out here, but we can't be sure if it's something we can rely on or not. But what I know is whatever we humans do on the surface of the earth has a very big impact. The moment we split away from living in small groups of, the early man, the moment we got into civilization and started like really making huge impacts on the surface of the earth, like leading some other species to extinction, just reshaping like big portions of the surface of the earth. I believe that has an impact on the ecology. That has an impact on the flow of life on earth as we know it. And I understand that as much as we might not be ready to face it, but we humans have the power to manipulate our environments. Right now, I told you guys I'm really trying to get immersed in the arts, in the artistry. I'm really trying to get immersed in being an artist. And we humans, we have this power, we have this ability to manipulate our environments. We can actually use it for the better good. And I'm not talking about just the literal environment that you're talking about that leads to the topics of carbon emissions and that. But I'm talking about even our social environments. We actually have that ability to manipulate our social environments to lead to a better future, because we cannot stay in the same space forever, and we cannot be going back to the past. We have to accept that change happens. We humans, we could not be as comfortable as we are right now if we had not accepted to be subjects to change, right? We should be willing to change our structures, our social structures, to change our belief systems, to change just the way we live, the way we interact, so that we can be living towards a future that's all inclusive. When I say all inclusive, I'm speaking in terms of we have a very big gap in society when it comes to social justice. We have a very big gap. I believe in a society that every single person can have access to all the basics. And I remember I told you about a piece I'm working on, a piece called Redemption. Yeah, I got to finish it earlier this week. That was actually kind of experimental, but I really enjoyed the process. The piece is I tried doing something that I've not tried ever before, and at some point I was actually scared that I'll have done it in vain. There's a lot of pieces that I start working on and get stuck along the way because I never really get to finish them. I have a lot of unfinished paintings. Some that I gave up on and just painted over them, but most of them are still with me. Maybe I'll work on them later. I don't know. But for this piece, I'm not going to lie and say that I didn't have a fear that I might not get to see the end of it, but I got to the end of it, and it's actually really interesting. I really believe this piece has opened a window for me to explore even further. It's inspired a new body of work that I'll be sharing with you soon once I start working on it. Redemption is a piece that's setting eyes on the past, taking a look at the present, and just trying to imagine the future of I want to say religion, but I don't think religion encompasses all that. The spiritual, let's say spiritual, that right? So it's like a question mark on the future of spirituality in Africa, because I feel like Africans, we really lost touch with whatever spiritual nature that our ancestors had. This is not even far back in the past. Like, we've lost almost a big portion of our spirituality from just like 100 years ago, 200 years ago. And right now, I don't know what we do to be in touch with that. It's actually kind of complicated because sometimes it feels like we're lost. Sometimes it feels like we on the right path, but who knows? Who knows really? What we can do right now is look into the future and try to imagine our future and reshape our present so that we can lead to a future that we're actually in touch with our spiritual selves. Because I feel like that's one of the ways that humans can be in touch with nature. Nature is everything that comes from the earth, from the life forms to the physical elements that we found here. All that is nature. Water, rocks, air, the plants we have, the birds, the animals that roam around. I feel like we're losing touch with them as they kind of start becoming other objects in our spaces, but that doesn't have to be the case. So this piece is actually more like a question mark into that state of being. Yeah, it's not providing answers at all. Just the intention is to trigger thoughts in you, and for you to just think about it, just to inspire as much interest as you can on the same topic. Yeah, and I hope I can get to do more of such, just letting go and doing more of really pieces that are inquiries into such topics. And you can actually get to interact with the piece face to face. The piece is currently showing at Cheche Gallery. Cheche Gallery is at the Kenya Cultural Center, right where the Kenya National Theatre is. There is a festival going on. The festival is called Kesho Africa Festival. It's really amazing. It's already on, so you can actually pass by there. The main exhibition opened on Monday 16th. It will be running till 27th October. That's Friday. Yeah, that's on Friday, the other week. So you can actually, if you get the chance to pass by, look at the really amazing works by various artists. African art, yeah. And also there is another opening at the gallery that's happening on Friday. This Friday in 2 days. It's a miniature art fair, so you can also pass by and look at the amazing works. I really can't say much to thank you for listening in to this. Tell me what you think of the several things we talked about. Just scroll down in the episode description and leave a reply. So I want to send peace your way, love, fuel the remaining part of your week, so that you can reach at the end with fulfillment.